chosen one. The waiting is over. Your soulmate is finally taking action. They can't hold back anymore, and what they're about to do will catch you completely off guard. Listen closely, because this moment carries something you have been praying for in silence, something that can shift your life in ways you never expected. And if you miss this, you may overlook a blessing that was prepared for you long before you understood its value. I am telling you now that the waiting you have endured was not empty. It was shaping, aligning, and preparing hearts for a divine connection that can no longer be delayed. What you are about to witness is not coincidence. It is movement guided by my hand, and it is unfolding because the time has finally become right. Stay with this, because what is coming carries truth, healing, and a breakthrough you have been quietly longing for. Type Amen to affirm. You have felt the distance, the silence, and the uncertainty that made you question if anything was truly happening behind the scenes. I saw every moment you wondered if they would ever gather the courage to step forward, and I watched as you held on with quiet faith, even when it felt like nothing was changing. But what you could not see is that their heart was being stirred, softened, and transformed in ways that would prepare them to finally move toward you. This is not rushed. It is precise, and now the restraint they once had is breaking because the weight of what they feel can no longer be ignored. Within you, there has been a deep knowing that something significant was building, even when your mind tried to dismiss it or protect you from disappointment. That knowing came from me, because I placed it there to keep you steady while the process unfolded. The reason it felt slow is because both of you were being shaped separately, so that when this moment arrived, it would not collapse under pressure. Now the shift is here, and it is not subtle, it is bold, and it will feel sudden because the preparation was hidden from your sight. Before you continue, take a moment to like this video, because this is a moment of connection that can open your heart to receive what has been waiting for you. What they are about to do will not look like hesitation anymore. It will look like action, clarity, and a release of everything they have been holding inside. You may be surprised by how direct they become, because the same person who once held back is now being pushed forward by something stronger than fear. That strength is not coming from them alone. It is coming from me, guiding them to stop resisting what is meant to be. This is why it may catch you off guard, because you have become used to waiting, and now the pace is changing in a way you did not expect. There were moments when they tried to walk away from these feelings, convincing themselves that it was easier to stay distant than to face what was growing inside them. But every attempt to ignore it only made it stronger, because what I have joined cannot be easily dismissed. You were not forgotten during this time. You were being protected from something that was not yet ready. And now that readiness has come, the delay has reached its end, and the movement is beginning. Type 1111 if you believe. This connection is not built on confusion, even though it may have felt that way at times. It is built on purpose, and purpose always finds its way forward, no matter how long it takes. The reason it feels intense now is because everything that was once quiet is rising to the surface all at once. You may feel a mix of excitement and disbelief because you have learned to guard your heart, but I am asking you to remain open to what is unfolding. Do not let past disappointments cloud what is happening now, because this is not the same situation repeating itself. This is something that has been refined through time, through growth, and through lessons that both of you needed to learn. What they are bringing forward is not confusion anymore. It is intention, and that intention is being strengthened by the truth they can no longer hide from. You will recognize the difference, because it will feel steady instead of uncertain. I have been watching over you through every moment of doubt, every quiet tear, and every time you wondered if love would truly find its way to you. I never left your side, even when it felt like you were walking through this alone. The reason you are still standing with faith in your heart is because I have been holding you, guiding you, and protecting what is meant for you. And now that protection is making way for something to finally arrive. What is about to happen is not meant to confuse you. It is meant to confirm what you have been feeling deep within your spirit. You are not imagining this shift, and you are not hoping for something that is not real. This is a moment of alignment, where everything that once felt scattered is coming together with clarity, and even though it may feel sudden, it has been building for longer than you realize. This is how you will recognize that this is real, because what once felt uncertain will now feel grounded and clear. I am guiding this step, and I am removing the hesitation that kept them from moving before. There was a time when fear spoke louder than truth in their heart. They questioned their own feelings, they doubted their ability to handle what this connection required, and they tried to convince themselves that staying away was the safer choice. But truth has a way of rising above fear, and now that truth is stronger than anything they tried to hide behind. What they feel for you has reached a point where silence is no longer possible. That is why they are stepping forward now, because holding back has become heavier than taking action. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. What if a tiny 7-second brain ritual could erase your debt and open the door to real abundance? A leaked CIA document has revealed a simple 7-second method now helping everyday people get out of debt and draw in wealth. Tested by 4 leading neuroscience labs, this easy home practice is turning money problems into better lifestyles. People are getting new homes, cars, and travel experiences. But this information could be removed at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You may feel a sudden pull toward them, a sense that something is about to happen even before you see it with your eyes. That feeling is not random. It is a sign that the connection is activating on a deeper level. I am aligning both of your paths so that this moment can unfold at the right time and in the right way. You are not chasing this, and you are not forcing it, because what is meant for you will always find its way to you without struggle. This is why you must stay calm and grounded, even as things begin to move quickly. There is a reason why this will catch you off guard. You had grown used to waiting, to wondering, and to managing your expectations so that you would not be hurt again. Your heart learned to be careful, and your mind learned to question what once felt certain. But now you are stepping into a moment where your guard will be gently tested, not to break you, but to show you that this is different. This is not about repeating old pain. It is about experiencing something that has been refined through time and growth. They have been thinking about you more than you realize. There were quiet moments when your presence filled their thoughts, when memories returned, and when they felt a pull they could not explain. They tried to push it away, to focus on other things, to distract themselves from what was building inside them. But the more they tried to ignore it, the stronger it became, because what I have placed in their heart cannot be erased by distraction. It is rooted in purpose, and purpose always rises when the time is right. As they come forward, you will begin to see a version of them that is more honest and more open than before. They will not hide behind excuses or avoid the truth of what they feel. Instead, they will express themselves in a way that shows growth, clarity, and a willingness to move forward. This is not the same person who held back. This is someone who has been changed by the process they went through. And that change is what makes this moment possible now. Type 1010 10 if you walk by faith. Do not rush ahead of this moment or try to control how it unfolds. I am asking you to stay present, to listen carefully, and to allow things to develop naturally. You do not need to prove anything, and you do not need to force a result. What is happening is already guided, and your role is to receive it with a heart that is open but steady. This is how you protect yourself while still allowing the blessing to enter your life. There may still be small moments of doubt that try to surface within you. That is natural, because you have been through experiences that taught you to be cautious. But I am reminding you that this is not those past situations returning. This is something new, something that has been prepared with intention and care. When doubt tries to speak, bring your focus back to the truth of what you are seeing and feeling now. Let your faith be stronger than your fear, because this moment is built on something real. The action they are about to take is not just about words, it is about commitment to moving forward. You will notice that they are no longer standing still or hesitating at a distance. Instead, they are stepping into a space where things can grow, where communication can deepen, and where understanding can be built. This is the beginning of something that has the potential to become stable and meaningful, not rushed or fragile, and that is why it required time to reach this point. I have been protecting this connection from being rushed or broken before it was ready. There were things that needed to change within both of you so that this could stand strong. If it had happened earlier, it would not have lasted, because the foundation was not yet prepared. Now that foundation is stronger, and that is why the movement you see now is different. It is not temporary. It is rooted in something that has been built over time. You will also feel a shift within yourself. There will be a sense of calm that replaces the anxious waiting you once felt. Instead of questioning everything, you will begin to feel more certain and more at peace with what is unfolding. This is how you will know that you are aligned with this moment, because your spirit will recognize what is happening even if your mind is still catching up. Trust that inner calm, because it is a sign that you are being guided. This is how you will recognize that the change within them is real, because true transformation shows itself through repeated, intentional effort. They are no longer standing at a distance, observing from afar or holding back what they feel. They are stepping into a space where their presence becomes clear, visible, and undeniable. There was a time when they were unsure of themselves, unsure of what they could offer, and unsure if they were ready to meet you at the level this connection requires. That uncertainty created distance, and that distance created confusion for you. But during that period, I was working within them, strengthening their sense of self and guiding them toward a place of clarity. They had to face their own fears, their own doubts, and their own past wounds before they could come forward in a way that would not harm what is meant to grow between you. Now that work is bearing fruit, and the results are beginning to show. Type 222 to receive blessings. Could a CIA-revealed brain ritual be the quickest path to a life of luxury? Newly uncovered CIA research has exposed a powerful brainwave method that is helping ordinary people attract wealth almost immediately. This 7-second at-home ritual, verified by 4 neuroscience labs, is shifting people from debt to dream houses, cars, and trips. If you are seeing this, you are fortunate, because this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments to learn the secret before it is gone. You may feel moments where your heart begins to open again in ways that you did not expect. There will be a gentle return of hope, not forced, but natural, as if something within you recognizes that it is safe to feel again. This is not weakness, it is strength. Because opening your heart after experiencing pain requires courage. I am guiding you to this place carefully, ensuring that you are not stepping into the same patterns that once caused you to close yourself off. This is a new space, and it is meant to be experienced with awareness and trust. They are becoming more aware of the depth of what they feel for you. What once felt confusing to them is now becoming clear, and that clarity is driving them to act. They are no longer questioning whether they should come forward, they are realizing that they must. This realization is not based on impulse, it is based on understanding, on growth, and on the recognition that what they feel is not something they can ignore. This is why their actions will feel stronger and more certain, because they are no longer acting from confusion, but from truth. There may be a moment where everything seems to shift quickly, where the pace of this connection suddenly changes. Conversations may deepen, communication may become more frequent, and the emotional distance that once existed will begin to close. This may feel overwhelming at first, because you have grown accustomed to things moving slowly or not moving at all. But this change in pace is a sign that the alignment has reached a point where forward movement is now possible. Do not resist this shift. Allow yourself to move with it while staying grounded in your awareness. Type 555 to affirm. I want you to remember that this is not about losing yourself in another person. It is about sharing your life with someone who is now ready to meet you with honesty and intention. You have grown, you have learned, and you have become stronger through everything you have experienced. That strength is what allows you to approach this connection differently now. You are not the same person you were before, and that is why this moment is unfolding in a new way. They will begin to express things that they once kept hidden. You may hear truths that surprise you, feelings that were never spoken before, and intentions that show how much they have been holding inside. This openness is a sign of trust, and it is also a sign that they are no longer afraid of what this connection means. They are choosing to step into it fully, without the barriers that once kept them distant. This is not something that happens without purpose. It is guided by a deeper understanding that has been growing within them. There will also be moments where you are asked to trust what you feel rather than overanalyze what is happening. Your mind may try to question whether this is real, whether it will last, or whether it is too good to be true. But I am asking you to bring your focus back to the present moment, to what is actually unfolding in front of you. This is where you will find your answer, not in the fears of the past or the uncertainties of the future. Stay present, because this is where the truth reveals itself. You are being reminded that love, when it is guided and protected, does not bring confusion or chaos. It brings clarity, peace, and a sense of direction that feels steady. What is happening now is moving toward that kind of clarity, even if there are still small adjustments taking place along the way. Do not expect perfection, but recognize the difference between something that is growing and something that is unstable. This is growth, and growth takes time, but it also shows progress. As they continue to move closer, you will begin to see how much effort they are willing to put into this connection. It will not just be words, it will be actions that show commitment, presence, and consistency. This is what you have been waiting for, even if you did not always realize it. Not just feelings, but actions that align with those feelings. This is what creates something lasting, something that can stand through challenges and continue to grow. I have been guiding both of you toward this moment with care and intention. Nothing about this has been random, and nothing about it is without purpose. Even the delays, the silence, and the confusion had a role to play in preparing you for what is happening now. Without those experiences, you would not be able to recognize the value of what is being offered to you in this moment. You would not be able to see the difference between what is temporary and what is meaningful. Stay grounded in your faith as this continues to unfold. Do not let fear or doubt take control of your thoughts. Instead, hold on to the truth that you are being guided, protected, and led toward something that has been prepared for you. I am placing strength within this connection so that it does not collapse under pressure, but grows through every test that comes its way. There will be a moment when you look at them and realize that something within them has truly changed. It will not just be in their words, but in their presence, in how they show up, and in how they remain consistent even when things are not perfect. This is important because you have seen inconsistency before, and it taught you to be careful. Now you are being shown what it looks like when someone chooses to stay, to try, and to build something instead of walking away. This is the difference that will begin to settle your heart. Type 1010 if you trust God. Is it actually possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial hardship into sudden prosperity? A leaked CIA-backed study introduces a short money ritual that is already changing lives. Approved by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to pull money toward you. People who were once struggling are now living their ideal lives with luxury homes, new vehicles, and travel. But this information may not stay online. Click the description and comments now before it is permanently removed. You may notice that the way you communicate with each other begins to deepen. Conversations will move beyond surface-level exchanges and into something more meaningful. There will be honesty, vulnerability, and a willingness to understand each other in ways that were not possible before. This is where connection begins to strengthen, because it is no longer based on assumptions or unspoken feelings. It is being built on clarity, and clarity removes the confusion that once stood between you. They are also learning how to face the parts of themselves they once avoided. This includes their fears, their past mistakes, and the patterns that kept them from moving forward. Instead of running from these things, they are beginning to confront them with courage. This is not easy for them, but it is necessary for the kind of connection that is forming between you. Growth requires honesty, and they are stepping into that honesty because they understand that this is something worth showing up for. You will feel moments of reassurance that seem to come from within you, a quiet sense that you are on the right path. That reassurance is not something you are creating on your own. It is something I am placing within you to guide you. When you feel it, do not ignore it or push it aside. Let it ground you, especially in moments when your thoughts try to create doubt. This inner peace is a sign that you